Hi guys, Ian here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we'll take a look at the KBEAR Kalideer Apex-P6 multi-driver IEM. The retail price for this is $99 and if you are interested to find out more, do check out the unaffiliated link down in the description below. So I've spent some time with this, and today I will share with you guys my thoughts and opinions about this Kalideer. So let's begin first with the accessories. And as always, I prefer to skip the traditional unboxing process so that we can keep the pace fast and pack as much detailed information as possible in our time together. I'll get straight to what is included inside the packaging. You receive the earphones themselves along with a very premium high purity 5N silver plated oxygen free copper cable. This cable feels incredibly subtle and features a standard 0.78mm 2-pin connection terminating in a 3.5mm gold plated plug. KBEAR also provides a high quality durable carrying case and a very generous assortment of silicone ear tips. Testing these different ear tips is crucial because this specific set is highly sensitive to tip rolling, which can noticeably shift your bass response and soundstage. Moving on to the design and build quality, the Kalideer is an absolute stunner. The faceplates are inspired by the ancient 9-colored deer myth from the Dunhuang murals, giving them a very intricate, sophisticated Eastern aesthetic that immediately catches the eye. The shells themselves are crafted from a custom 3D printed medical grade resin. The build quality is flawless, feeling completely seamless and smooth to the touch. Internally, the acoustic chamber is fully optimized to reduce unwanted resonance, yielding a much blacker background. Overall, they feel extremely premium and robust in the hands. As for the fit and comfort, these are surprisingly ergonomic. Despite housing 3 entirely different types of drivers, the shells remain quite compact and lightweight. They are meticulously sculpted based on large amounts of ear data, allowing them to nestle perfectly into the conker on my ears. I experience zero physical fatigue even during hours of critical listening sessions. Once you find the right silicone ear tips, the seal is incredibly secure, providing fantastic passive noise isolation that easily blocks out most of the background chatter around you. Alright, so now let's talk about the sound performance of the Kalideer. First, let's take a look at the technical specifications. This is a highly ambitious triple driver hybrid system. It utilizes a 10mm dual cavity beryllium plated dynamic driver for the lows, a custom precision 30095 balanced armature for the mid-range, and a 10mm piezo electric ceramic driver to handle the ultra high frequencies. It features an impedance of 32 ohms and a sensitivity of 102 dB, meaning it is highly efficient and very easy to drive. I paired the Kalideer with my MacBook, PC, DABs and DACs, and because of its sound signature, I recommend pairing it with a warmer analog leaning source. Out of the box, the piezo electric driver can be incredibly revealing and just a touch stiff, so utilizing a warm, solid state or tube source flawlessly tames those upper registers while maintaining all the crisp micro details, giving you a perfectly balanced experience. Moving on to the tone and timbre, the Kalideer leans towards a highly analytical presentation. The naturalness of instruments and voices is excellent, especially in the mid-range, though the immense treble extension from the piezo driver gives that extreme upper frequencies a slightly more digital versus analog feel. There is a noticeable bias towards coldness rather than warm, providing a highly precise, crisp tonal balance. Moving on to the technical performance, the soundstage is massive. The width projects impressively outside the head, while the depth and height are well above average, combining to create a beautiful sense of holography and a highly immersive 3D projection. Sound separation is top tier thanks to the precision 3-way crossover that keeps every frequency distinct. Instrumental layering is exceptionally accurate, offering flawless left to right channel distinction and pinpoint imaging precision, even when you throw the absolute busiest rock or electronic tracks at it. When it comes to detail retrieval, this is easily where the Kalideer truly shines. It effortlessly extracts micro details in reverb tails and background elements. Low volume articulations like subtle vocal breaths, the sliding of fingers on a guitar fretboard, and fading cymbals are pushed forward beautifully. Importantly, it maintains maintains this extreme analytical performance seamlessly at both low and high listening volumes. The overall resolution is phenomenal with incredible sharpness and refinement. It demonstrates an uncanny ability to distinguish overlapping instruments. The macro versus micro resolution balance leans heavily towards micro resolution purely due to the extreme upper frequency capabilities of that ceramic driver. Alright, so now let's talk about the sound signature of the Kalideer, and it is a mildly U-shaped profile that aims for absolute transparency and air. Now let's deep dive into the frequencies. First, let's start off with the sub-bass. The sub-bass extension goes quite deep, but it prioritizes incredible texture and lightning fast speed over sheer physical rumble. The control here is impeccable. It remains incredibly tight and agile, never once sounding bloated. Stepping up to the mid-bass, the impact and punch are solid and authoritative. There is absolute zero bleed into the mids. The note weight is kept slightly on the lean side, which ensures the bass remains highly responsive. Moving on to the mid-range, the clarity of vocals and instruments is lush, intimate, and cleanly defined. There is no lower mid recession here. Male vocals have a good natural presence, but the female vocals performance is the true highlight here, sounding vividly articulate, sweet, and slightly forward in the mix. Regarding the pinna gain, the naturalness of the ear gain rise is exceptionally well judged. It elevates smoothly, guaranteeing zero sibilance or shoutiness while maintaining superb tonal accuracy in the upper mid-range. Finally, the treble. The treble extension is monumental. There is an immense amount of air and sparkle injected into the mix. They have carefully tuned it to avoid harshness, peakiness, or early listening fatigue. Yet the sheer energy provides a massive boost to the perceived resolution from the treble content. Alright, so that's the overall sound signature of the Kalideer. Now let's compare this with some other IEMs like the Moondrop LAN 2. Starting with the differences in tuning, the LAN 2 plays it much safer, delivering a smoother, more traditional treble response and slightly more lower mid-range warmth for a thicker overall note weight. The Kalideer takes a much more aggressive approach to high-frequency air and upper-end sparkle. Looking at the differences in technical performance, the Kalideer aggressively outperforms the LAN 2. The triple driver hybrid setup offers a far superior detail retrieval, significantly faster bass transients, and a much more expensive 3D holographic soundstage compared to the single dynamic driver format. Alright, so let's conclude, and at just $99, the KBEAR Kalideer is an absolute technical marvel. The integration of a piezo electric driver alongside a beryllium dynamic driver at this price point that delivers treble extension and detail retrieval that is practically unheard of in this price point. So if you are an audiophile or a professional seeking a highly resolving, crisp, and cleanly separated audio experience without overpowering bass, this IEM delivers monumental value for those who loves critical listening. Alright guys, so that's it for my overall thoughts and opinions about this KBEAR Kalideer. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My name's Ian. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.